Alright, how's it going, everyone? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Hopefully the sound is okay. I feel like the music is a little bit too loud, but you all let me know. But yeah, welcome. We got some ogre battle music going on. I had skipped a few Final Fantasy tunes because YouTube seems to like, or rather, YouTube seems to not like some songs. And it's weird because it's usually not Nobuo Uematsu or Final Fantasy that demonetizes videos due to Final Fantasy music. It's like some random cover from South America or something like that that has some beat from Final Fantasy in their music, and they're like, yo, that's our song. But yeah, that's why I skipped a few. But now we're listening to a little bit of Ogre Battle, and again, hopefully it's not too loud. Let me know if it is. But yeah, welcome everyone. For those who don't know, my name's Nagai, your Guilty Gear old man, your Guilty Gear OG son. I'm wearing my baseball gear because we are at the baseball playoffs. And yo, taiyaki press! I need one of those. I actually would love to have a taiyaki press. I have like a takoyaki grill, but if I had a taiyaki press, that would be sick. I can like cook taiyaki over that grill, like remove the takoyaki part. But yeah, welcome to the stream and thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Yo, hook me up there, Taiyaki Press. Where can I get one? Yo, Forgotten Remnant, how's it going? What's up? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, today we'll be doing some Guilty Gear. We'll be doing some Guilty Gear Strive, focusing primarily on my main character, Dizzy. Yeah, we got I got the Dizzy little metal keychain. No, this is like a metal pin. It's like pretty heavy. And we got my Fumo, or my plushie rather, to represent my Dizzy merchandise. But I have a few things I want to go over with Dizzy, some things I've been thinking about, and you know, I would love to make a video about what I'm thinking about, but videos take a long time to make. They take some scripting, some editing, some more editing, and me recording, me reading off the script, and it takes a long time. It's a big process. So lately I've been working a whole lot. We've been like Garunge, my mod, I've been working long hours. My boss and his wife retired recently, so me and my coworker have been required to pick up a lot more shifts than usual, so I apologize for those who are waiting for a new edited video, but I'm thinking about changing something here to accommodate more videos. I might make smaller videos, like shorter videos, videos that I don't talk, because I do want to share a lot of different tech, and that's what we'll be doing today. I won't necessarily be editing this particular VOD to make a video out of, but rather I just want to show you guys what I'm thinking about, so that whatever I'm working on, you guys are able to see it right away, and you don't have to wait for a video. Because usually, honestly, what happens is I think of an idea, I work it out, I play a bunch of games, And from the conception of the idea to when when I'm finished the video, it's usually like a month and a half that's passed, and by that time people are already doing other cool things with the character. So we are going to just show you what I'm going to be doing. I got a few interesting things, and I actually wrote it up here. Yeah, we'll go over it, and afterwards we'll do some viewer matches. In fact, I should copy and paste a pinned message right now. Yo, Arises, how's it going? What's up? Hope you're doing well. So I will open up the queue in just a moment here. In case you guys want to queue up, I'll be playing games at around, let's just give myself a time limit, around 11:30. Although if you guys know me, you know that I will not be on schedule. But yeah, welcome to the stream, everyone. Yo, Elias says, yeah, the sick card, Dizzy pin, the Dizzy pin is pretty heavy. I still have it in its cardboard, right? It's kind of, you know, got a little wear and tear there. It's so heavy. You guys can see it, right? It's from the side, it's like a 3D pin. I don't know where I should put this, I'll be honest with you. Like, I can't really put it on my hat, right? It's just gonna, the little end part of it, the back part's just gonna like pierce my scalp. Yo, Arises asks, are you a veteran Dizzy player from older games? Well, I mean, yeah, I guess I am. I suppose so. It's kind of weird to say definitely. I'm absolutely a veteran Dizzy player. I've been playing Dizzy for... It sounds weird to say that, but yeah, I have been playing Dizzy for a long time. I'd say, actually... yeah, I guess 20 years now? 20? I'm 38 right now. I started playing Guilty Gear around when I was 16. So about 22 years. First 2 years were probably just me goofing around with the characters, not necessarily playing Dizzy. I played in Midnight Carnival, XX Midnight Carnival. I played a little bit of Venom and Testament, but I landed on Dizzy, and I've been playing her since. I went to the big city to play too. I'm from a really small fishing town. Went to the big city for university. I chose my university that had a Guilty Gear arcade, or rather an arcade that had Guilty Gear in it. Ended up being Itsuka, so not exactly the best training ground, but I met some really cool people, and in the arcade they knew me as the Dizzy player, so I kind of like just took the role. Like, we didn't know each other by name, or most of us didn't know each other by name, so when I sat down I played Dizzy, people just called me Dizzy, so I just stuck with the character, and then the rest is history. I'm really upset that Dizzy wasn't a playable character at first in Guilty Gear Rev or Guilty Gear Xrd, otherwise I'd be still playing that character during that time, but I played Ramlethal in Xrd. So in Guilty Gear XX, from the beginning of XX to AC Plus R, has been Dizzy. And in Xrd, like 90% Ramlethal and then 10% Dizzy. And then in Strive, kind of the same thing that's happened. Dizzy wasn't a playable character until rather recently, so yeah, I've committed to just playing Dizzy, even though I've had much better success with the other characters. I would just stroll into like a regional with Ramlethal and I'd win. You know, like the character's strong. You know, and yeah, she carried me, and I think I can do much better with a stronger character, but I'm in it for the long run. People know me as the Dizzy. Well, that's kind of conceited to say. I don't think people know me as a Dizzy player. Rather, I'd like to be known as a Dizzy player, so I want to commit to her. Yeah, that's where we're at right now. Yeah, crazy story. I played you in ranked a few times. Oh, thank you, Arises. Yeah, I've been playing a long time, so you probably kick my ass. I go back and forth. I haven't played competitively in a long time. The last time I played Guilty Gear AC Plus R competitively was in 2022, just when Rollback came out. Or actually, I guess a year or two before that, but I got 5th place at EVO with Dizzy. In EVO 2022, getting beat by the GOAT, my team captain, mind you, Alvin Shadow, and the actual GOAT of Guilty Gear, the Canadian GOAT, Peppery Splash, or rather, dare I say, the pound for pound MVP all-star Cy Young winner, Pepper Splash of North America. Cy Young winner. He's like the best pitcher because he plays Venom. Yo, Chili, how's it going? What's up? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I play around. I like to practice my FRC timing. I Rises, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. I'm trying to make my Dizzy and Strive as good as my Dizzy and Plus are. And or rather, when my Dizzy was at its peak. Yo, Forgotten Remnant, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Really appreciate it. Yo, Pern Taka, how's it going? How's your ABBA? Yeah, I got a long history of playing Guilty Gear, and yeah, I love the game to bits. Like, I know the generalized opinion, or rather the generalized profiling stigma of older players, like people as old as I am. Most people tend to think that we just hate Guilty Gear Strive, which, I'll be fair, I think a lot of my Plus R colleagues, for the majority of them, don't like Strive. But that is not a coat of paint that you can apply on every older player. I like Guilty Gear because I love Guilty Gear, and it's weird to say, and it's probably very cringe to say, but just me being a Guilty Gear player has made me make life changes that were positive, made me have, I've gained good friends, lifelong friends from it, and I've gained experiences that, I don't think I would have if I didn't enjoy Guilty Gear. It being such a, cool, aesthetically cool game, and very, like, open-minded game, like a very progressive game right from the start. But yeah, anyway. What's up? Hope you're all doing well. What's up? Hope you guys are having a good day. Welcome to the stream. I'm feeling really good. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I had like 9 hours of sleep. I went for a 4K run. I did a full 8-hour shift today. Watched some anime, and here we are. And I didn't do any stretching. I should stretch. But thank you, Grunge. But yeah, I hope I can learn a lot from Dizzy. I'm new to fighting games in general, so it's hard for me. Yeah, just let me know, Forgotten Remnant. If you have any questions, yeah, we have a Discord. I have a YouTube as well. I go over some basic to like advanced concepts in my YouTube. I try to make it as edited as possible, although that direction might change due to the fact that I'm picking up more shifts at work, and I don't really have that time to polish up videos that I normally would polish up to the quality they are now. I think you're gonna be seeing some videos from me that are shorter clips, like we're talking 1-minute clips, no talking, just me showing you, and with text. Like I feel like that's gonna be the direction that I'm gonna go to, just for a little bit until I get a foothold on how to manage my time a little bit better with all the things I gotta do. But yeah, anyway. Hope you're all doing well. What's up? So we're going to be doing some tech sharing, some brainstorming. So a lot of these things might be a little bit too advanced for newer players, but I'm sure you can appreciate the thought that goes behind it. And with that said, I'm sure a lot of new, like, advanced players would be like, "Yo, Nagai, this is ultra basic." It's always hard to figure out where to, if you're a content creator, which I'm not gonna say I am or anything. Like, I create content, but the term content creator sounds a little bit too how do you say it? It sounds too pretentious. If you're someone who creates content for a fighting game, it's always hard to like figure out who your demographic is, because like Lord Knight, for instance, is a very smart person. Very intelligent fighting gamer, but then I'm not saying he makes bad videos or anything. That's not what I'm saying, but like, I'm always surprised when he makes a super basic video, which is cool, and it's needed. People need that kind of content, but like, I'm always expecting something like profound and groundbreaking and mind-blowing from like his tech, which I'm not saying he doesn't do that, but like that's just how I know him for, right? But as a content creator, you got to be very conscientious about who you're trying to talk to, who you're trying to reach out to. And a lot of the viewers are people who, don't know the little nuances of fighting games as much as advanced players do. So they want to be, you want to target them. So you're making up videos about like, how do you do dash jump? How do you do instant air dash? What's the best settings for labbing and all that stuff? And then, which when I do stuff like that, I'm like, man, I wonder if like my advanced gamer colleagues look at this and think, oh, come on, nigga, you got to make more interesting videos. And honestly, I think a lot of my friends do that. I'll talk about safe jumps too. I'll talk about safe jumps a lot actually, and they're like, that's so boring, man, can't you come up with something better? Like, some people might need it. In fact, I think a lot of people might need a little bit of safe jumps in their life. But anyway, so a few things I want to go over, and then we're going to be opening up player matches at around 11:30. So I'll try to be quick here, but you guys know, if you guys know me, then you know that a lot of times it's not that quick. Okay, so you know what? Let's switch it over to a character that has a good backdash. A very long backdash, Nago. And we'll play at a lighting neutral stage, which is Council of the Trees. Bro, my Kai's at silver. I'm so washed. I've been having so much trouble against Kai. I did like a 3-day stream of how to fight Kai, and I still lose to Kai. Like, it's not even close. Alright, so you get a knockdown from Nago. You go in for a close slash fire spear. Nago just wants to RPS. He backdashes, right? And because he's got like a stupidly strong backdash, he avoids your close slash, which was intended to be a meaty and also maybe catch a normal backdash. And he wins because he does this into Beyblade, and it's over, right? What's Beyblade? There we go. Backdash is your you backdash your close slash. So let's set this up. Oh, come on. Backdash is your close slash. And then goes into Beyblade. You get the idea, right? I don't know how to play Nago. I'm being exposed here. He does something like this. And then you're dead. Right? How many people have experienced this? Oh my goodness, come on, the guy. Okay, there you go. Big damage, whatever. You die because he gets you. You get the idea, right? This happens to me a lot. Whatever. You know what I mean? Do you know what I am saying? So I played against a Naga player last week, and this is usually my go-to thing to do. Dash up, close slash into fire spear. I'm gonna dash cancel that too, so that I move in a little bit closer to my opponent. And with the hard knockdown from the Mikhail sword, new addition by the way, this is a buffed thing. This is what you might be wanting to do, just to, continue to apply pressure. But again, Nagos are, like, by definition, a Nago, by definition from Arxis anyway, Nago is like a one-shot character, right? High risk, high reward. So you can, even at the top level play, I've seen Hotashi backdash on people's wake up and just blow them up on a correct read, right? So maybe we want to be able to catch that backdash while also being, while also just applying pressure on the wake up. So when I played against a Naga last week, he said, "Yo, Nagai, GG's," and he beat me like 2-0. Maybe you should consider doing 5H against Nago, because 5H is like super active. 5H, if you guys don't know, is 18 frames of activity. Let me show you. it's kind of ridiculous. Like, this is what I would have used to catch Faust PRC Super. 5H is, you know, the number of the beast levels of activity. 666. 12 frames, excuse me, 18 frames active. That's insane. That's a lot, right? And on top of that, it's -4 on block. So it's a safe move unless they IB like all 3 hits and then like grab you, which I can guarantee you 99.9% of players will not do. I promise you. So, safe thing to do, just, you know, it's no different than just doing this, right? It's no different than just doing bam, bam, bam. Or maybe it's a little bit different. This does more damage. But, you know, it's just like 3 mid hits versus 4 mid hits. 3 mid hits that catch a backdash. So let me show you. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to do a 2K2D and for science return dash up and do 5H. Right. If they backdash this, what happens? There we go. What do I? Yeah, there, Alias. You know what's up. So if they backdash, you get hit. If they push buttons, they get hit. The only thing that will beat this. Oh, actually, you want? Oh, backdash BRC. Backdash BRC gets hit. So this is a really strong opener. One counterplay though is if you just super. So be mindful of their meter. What's a super? Half circle back forward slash. And I don't believe you can like use any, you know, system mechanics to manipulate a safe jab with this. You can probably do like a disjointed hitbox type of thing, but then at that point you're not gonna reach him if he backdashes. So there's that. But again, as I said before, 5H ends at 5H, right? You can do 5H actually and do a special attack if you want. 5H. They block this, you know, it's a means and it ends, right? One way you can extend pressure is with Wild Assault, but I believe this is, yeah, it's not gapless. There's a moment for them to escape. You can also like RCN, but that's a pretty expensive way to like, you know, that's a pretty expensive way to extend pressure. Plus you don't really get a whole lot out of it. You basically get like what? I can go for strike throw maybe, but you have to be very conscientious of when your block string ends. So that's not the easiest thing to do. I guess maybe you can do something like that. Right? You like force a guard crush of some sort. And then you get a nice reset to a strike throw right there. But it's like, oh, they can grab you from that. Yeah, gotta be careful. So, yeah, it's by itself maybe not the best in terms of extending pressure. Unless you cancel right into Fire Spear. So this is an interesting OS. We're going to be doing a hit stop OS, by the way, that allows you to catch a backdash and also maintain pressure if they just do a regular block. And you're also going to benefit from the freeze. So the freeze is nice, by the way, because you can set yourself up with Wings of Light, 2D into like a cross-up type of situation. You see a lot of top DC players do this a lot. The Luna does this, right? Maybe not that one, but you know, you can do a same side if you wish, or you can do a cross up. With Wings of Light, it's pretty dangerous, although be careful where your back is if they have a burst, or if they're good at blocking. You know, you don't want to accidentally cross yourself up, or you don't want to accidentally corner yourself off a failed cross up. So be careful. Or you can simply do what I've been doing lately, which is simply just combo. So you can combo from this, although the combo isn't always going to be scaled in your favor, right? But you can get a nice short combo with a hard knockdown. Right, so okay, so let's do the OS. So what you want to do PK2D, you want to do a meaty 5H, so you got to manually time the 5H. Ideally hit at the beginning of the frames. Beginning of the active frames of 5H. So you want to hit it at the startup. On the wake up. And you want to, as fast as possible, input core circle forward. Okay. As soon as you make contact, basically. As fast as you can. Alright, okay, let me show you what it looks like. On hit and on block, it should just appear as a 5H into a fire spirit. In fact, I'm going to get my opponent to block this. So let's block. Like this. And what it should look like is 5H into fire spear. There you go. So you maintain pressure because, as you know, fire spear is plus anywhere plus 5 and up, basically, depending on your distance between you and your opponent, right? So you extend your turn if they block, and if they backdash. Okay, so I'm gonna replay this. So it's recorded on slot 2. You saw them block. I'm blocking with Nago, and I get fire speared. So I get plus on block on I'm plus on block. But if I backdash like that, check this out. No fire spear. So don't know if you guys can hear my cat, but she's yowling. So this is a neat OS. It's a hit sub OS where basically what's happening here is that you're canceling the first hit of the 5H, or actually it doesn't have to be that, it could be the second or third hit, whatever. But you're canceling it when you would have hit them as they got up, right? But because Nago's backdash is, because it has longer invincibility frames, it's catching at like frame 8 or 9 or whatever, right? As he's backdashing, which is just outside of the cancel window of when you did the core circle forward K. So core circle forward K doesn't even come out in this case because his backdash is just coming out too late. It misses, your fire spear misses the cancel window, but it catches the cancel window if you make contact. So what happens if they counter hit? So if they wake up and throw you, right? Okay, so I didn't do it right there, but if you do it quick enough, it actually the longer hit stop from the counter hit negates the core circle forward motion altogether. I know it sounds weird. Okay, let me try to get that actually. I promise you this works. So make sure it catches the backdash. And now let's see if I can get the counter to cancel. There you go. Look at that. It's the same input. I'll play it again on block. Play it again on backdash. I'll play it again on throw. So what we have here is a way to cover him just blocking on wake up, him backdashing on wake up, which is what a lot of Nagos do. A lot of these high risk, high reward player characters and players do this often, right? They know that, just by gambling against Dizzy, if you're a high damage character, you'll probably eventually guess right. And like the 3 or 4 interactions it takes, actually I'm being very generous there, the 5 or 6 interactions it takes for her to kill you, you can kill her in like 1 or 2 interactions. So of course the thing that beats this is a wake up super. But if you're going for a meaty kind of hit on their wake up, like a meaty mid, you're gonna get hit by the super anyway. What do I mean by that? If you're just gonna go for like the close slash fire spear, right? I don't know if I timed this right, but anyway, if you go for this, you're gonna get hit by the super anyway. It's not a safe jab. So if you're committing to a run-up meaty mid attack, you should do something like, consider doing something like this. I'm gonna try to do this more actually, because the number of games I lose to characters that just backdash and just blow me up, it's a lot. It happens far too often. And you want to kind of cover as many bases as you can if you're playing a character like Dizzy. In Strive anyway. You also get plus star, you're allowed to make mistakes with Dizzy because she's a proper character. Yo, Robert Eagle, how's it going? What's up? Hope you're doing well. Yo! Teal, thank you so much for the sub. Hope you're doing well. How are you doing from the YouTubes? Okay, so that's sort of this tech. We're not done yet though. So I was thinking, okay, so I thought this was only going to work against Nago. Do you think it works against other characters? I have the most problems with Nago and their backdash, but if you look at the frame data of the backdashes, not all backdashes are made equal, right? So the bigger body characters tend to have longer backdashes. I say that, I'm like, and then I see Abba. Abba's got a more invincible on the backdash, and she's not a big body. I guess she kind of is with her ki. We got Nago, Potemkin, Bedman, Gold Lewis, Goldishipu, Slayer. These characters have a 6-frame backdash for invincibility. Most characters have to have a 5-frame invincible backdash, and then you have just a trio of 4-frame backdashers. So how does this work against a shorter backdasher? So let's just say Soul for now. Uma Musume, yeah. She is a heavyweight half the time. I think she's always a heavyweight. Even when she's in her Moroha mode, right? She's a heavyweight, but she's on like 100 milligrams of Adderall. You know, she's got work to do. she's popping on her Ventolin. She took 100 milligrams of Adderall. You know, she's ready to go. But yeah, what about a 5-frame backdash? And you know, the reason why this works, by the way, against Nago and characters with 6-frame backdashes is because you're hitting you're hitting them on the 6th or 7th frame, which is just outside the window of canceling your fire spear. But what about Soul? So backdash still catches him. You block, it gets, you know, you're forced, well, not forced to block this, but you know, you are somewhat forced to interact with the fire spear. You know, she's +5 there at least, and then on the counter hit, should be the same thing. So this works against 5-framers as long as you input your Corsica 4 K as fast as possible. So let's take a look at a quick backdasher, Bridget, for instance. See how this works. All right, 4-frame backdash. So catches her. Okay, so it can work against all characters, and I want to clarify this because we did show this tech on my previous stream, but I said no, this only works against Nago and Gold Lewis and the 6-frame backdashers. But no, it works against the 4-framers as well. All right, so I mentioned one flaw, which is, you know, not good against reversals. Or rather, reversals will RPS this. We'll beat this, basically. It's actually not as good on hit as well, right? So on hit, it's not bad. You get a decent amount of damage and a hard knockdown, actually, on hit. Which is, honestly, you know, the name of the game when it comes to Dizzy. Like, this is what you like to see, right? But you're just getting that much damage. Let's turn on the damage settings or display. You're getting 85 damage. When, had you caught your opponent with a stray 5H, you can actually catch him. You know, you can deal double that amount of damage, basically, right? And if you had meter, you can even get a wall break. And not to mention all the real estate you're getting here too. You're pushing him to the corner quite a bit. 220 damage. That's not bad, right? Versus this, 118 damage. Right? Actually, sorry, not that. It's this. 85 damage. Gives you a good situation on hit, but not the best. So there's still an element of, you know, risk reward of, maybe not risk reward, but there's an element of like choice here, right? I can choose to do something that's really good on block, really good on counter hit, really good on backdash, but not so good on hit. Or I can do the one that's good on hit, applies better pressure. I'll show you guys what I mean by that in a sec. But this particular thing gets beat by backdashes, gets beat by, yeah, that's about it. And supers, I guess. Reversals. But there's another flaw in going for the 5H. I don't know if I can demonstrate it here. Because this is a unrealistic, this is kind of an unrealistic situation. Like 2K2D, you're more likely to send out a fish in this case, right? At this range, send out a fish and do some sort of other pressure, rather than just letting it go, right? Into into a dash of 5H. So this situation here where I'm FDing, you know, I'm still positive on block. I'm getting pushed away a little bit, but I'm not getting punished. In the corner, or rather, okay, let me show you a more realistic situation. 2K2D, McHale sword, and then you send them full screen and you're dashing like flush towards your opponent. This is more of a realistic situation, or even like a 2S catch and then McHale sword, and then okay, I gotta go in, right? Gotta go. So you can still get a meaty 5H. I'm gonna try to throw this. There you go. It catches on backdash, or catches on counter hit, and it seems to be pretty good on block. But on FD, look at that. So once again, I'll show FD again. So the first hit of the fire spirit doesn't make contact. So this is a big flaw. That the other one, if you can get the close slash. Oh, maybe, okay. Maybe it's not so bad. So let's get the close slash in there with a dash cancel fire spear. There we go. So I have to do this. No, I'm still, you have more pressure. Better pressure with close slash. Although I think I could have thrown my opponent here. Maybe not. Try again. No. Okay, yeah. Better pressure on block, basically. So, again, there's an element of choice here. You shouldn't always do 5H, right? But it's a pretty good option if you're getting blown up by backdashes. And you got a neat OS in case they decide to not backdash and just block, right? Anyway, I thought I'd like to point all those points out. Highlight those points. So there's that. Yeah, anyway. I think I spent too much time on this. Or maybe I spent just enough time. Let's talk about something else. That's tech number 1. I brought it up there too, right? Catching backdashes. 5H core circuit forward K. fast. You gotta do a fast, immediate core circle forward K. 236K. Can you show your inputs? Yeah, for sure. This play like that. There you go. I'm kind of covering up the other side though sometimes. Maybe I'll put my inputs on top. There you go. Okay, so there's that. I've played a few games using this tech, and I mean, okay, so I should talk about this. I showed this, I showed you how cool it is, but how realistic is it for you to do 5H core circle forward K immediately? And how do you know you're doing it right or wrong in an actual match? Because I'm recording and I'm playing back, right? It's kind of hard to tell, especially if you play it with like some rollback. You play with some lag, it's hard to tell. It's hard to know when you want to like immediately push core circle forward K. So it is taking me some practice to try to do, and I'll report back to you on what I find a little bit later. Although, like I said, it's hard to know when you do it right in an actual match. I have just straight up did 5H to catch people who are backdashing against me, and yeah, I'm going for the combo route rather than the setup route has done me pretty good. Like I've won matches because of that. So just doing 5H, like you don't have to do the OS, but if your opponent likes to backdash a lot, doing the 5H is good enough. You don't have to do anything too special. Alright. So let's revisit something that I've been kind of mulling over. I've been thinking about that 5H stuff, and I was very excited to show you guys that it's pretty, how cool it is. That hits up OS. But let's show you guys something else. Alright, before we do that, I'm gonna change the music to something a little bit more chill. All right. So, how do I want to present this? Are you guys looking for a new setup? Are you bored of your strike throw with Dizzy? If you are and you're looking for a nice, maybe not so broken 50-50, allow me to show you this something that I've been working on. And it all started with just watching someone's Twitter clip. Someone had a mini tutorial about how to mix up with Dizzy, and they showed a particular thing that we forgot about. And we forgot about it because we initially were trying to make it work, but it didn't quite work out because past Dizzy doesn't have the buffs that she has now. So the recent buffs, her 2S being extra longer range, it's not that long, but it has more range. There's this buff and the buff of Heavy McHale Sword, or rather, sorry, Slash McHale Sword. These two buffs, so crouching S extended range and core circle back slash giving hard knockdown. This allowed us to revive a certain setup, which is this 2K2D. Let's do it this way after first hit. 2K2D, fish, and air dash back J H. So looks basic, right? So there's your high, the combos, and the low would be something like that. Land with a 2D or land with a delayed 2K, or you can just do an immediate 2K into 2K2D, or 2K2D to loop it again. Right? Something like this. Do 2K2D and re-loop your pressure. Or you can go for the air dash back JH. You saw a little bit of a flaw right there too, so we'll get into that. So there's this particular setup that I saw someone do, and they were and I was thinking, and this person, I think it was Pico, who's been tearing it up with Dizzy in Vanquisher. They showed this, and I'm like, oh yeah, we looked into that a long time ago, but I think we shelved it because there were other things that are better, and the payoff isn't that good. But with the new patches, the new the buffs, it's now a lot more relevant. Is it super strong? Well, we'll be the judge of that by the end of this segment. I'll show you guys the frames and that sort of thing. So again, here's a high. You want to do an extra low JH, and I like to JH in the air, to kill some frames. There's that. And I gotta say, when you do practice this sort of stuff, it's actually super important that you record and playback. Because sometimes, and this is weird, a player controlled down back sometimes has a different hurt box than a computer controlled down back. I'll show you what I mean a little bit later. So it's very important to just make sure you're actually, you can take control of the defender and down back block this. I promise you, this is gonna actually help you because you're not gonna get gaslit. I'm gonna show you guys that. You'll see it soon. You'll see it soon. So I'm down backing here, it works. Okay, so you guys might think, I swear I am not crazy. I'm not wearing a tinfoil hat here, but you need to do this in this particular case. You're gonna gaslight yourself otherwise. So yeah, there's a high, and then you saw the low. So I did make a clip on Twitter on slowing everything down to kind of show you if this is an actual mix-up. So I want to show you guys that right now. All right. So let's just take a look at my Twitter clip. Here it is. I'm gonna mute it. The CPU hitboxes are different. Well, I'm generalizing here. There's a weird thing on wake up, but I'll show you that in just a moment. Or maybe it'll be like 5 minutes before I show you that. So here we go. Check this out. I put this on Twitter. If you guys, you know what? Feel free to check it out yourself. There you guys go. Feel free to give it a like, retweet. So I'm just showing this setup here. Here's a low, okay? And then here's a high. So this is what I like to do. I like to just make sure I count the frames to make sure we're hitting on, unreactable times, or rather, we want to make sure we want to make sure we're using some math, some science to prove things. You see that? Actually, let's rewind it a little bit. So the high hits on frame 18. See? There you go. Frame 18 on the high at the first point of visual difference. So when you start counting, when you start counting at the point of the two timelines diverge, the high hits on frame 18 and then the low hits on frame 12. If you do this as soon as possible. It's pretty important to note that you can delay the low to match the timing of the high if you want. So 18 frames is in the realm of, okay, you can't really react to that online. Maybe you can react to it offline. Okay. You gotta be hyper focused. You have to be really looking out for it, right? These are a little bit easier to react to rather than grounded overheads, by the way, I find anyway, because there's something about how your eye tracks the arc of a jump, and you're expecting a high in that case. So this extended high usually is easier to track. Like you can pretty much see the start of it a lot better than like a grounded overhead, right? Because you're already like tracking it. This is stuff that kind of tricks people who know how to play fighting games, because people who understand mechanics know that if you jump in and you land, the quickest thing you can do is a low. So we're programmed to kind of just back when your opponent's in the air, like basically up block, and then you're programmed, if you play fighting games and you play a lot, your mind is wired to down back block, or when you expect them to land, and you know, because the 2K or whatever, you're landing low is the fastest thing you can do when you land, you know. So this is like a fuzzy overhead break, fuzzy, and by that I mean like fuzzy guard break, right? Not your actual F shiki or fuzzy overhead JK, whatever. Anyway, so this kind of mix up, I feel like, is more effective to people who actually play fighting games and are used to the conventionality of blocking from someone who's jumping in on you. Okay, but either way, 18 versus 12 frame, that's pretty fast, and you can also match it, so I showed that in a bit. So now we kind of just do the same thing, but I'm going to delay the low, which, by the way, is also gapless, so you can delay it just ever so slightly to hit at 18 frames. So you shouldn't like fuzzy block this, basically. You can't fuzzy block this reliably to defend off it, because the dizzy can match the timing perfectly, actually, if they're good. You gotta be careful. Don't always fuzzy block. This is why I use Evil Blaze Blue Jin 6A whenever I land. Block this overhead. Yeah, exactly. Or, you know, famously, jumping in and then doing a standing overhead, like jumping in with a 5D, if they're still in block stun. Let's say you have like a projectile on them, and then you jump in, and instead of doing a low, you do like a 5D. If they're, you know, whether or not they're in block stun, it's kind of, it messes you up when you're trying to block conventionally. So I don't know Jin 6A, but I believe, like, I'm just based on that context, it's probably an overhead. Okay, so here's an interesting thing actually while I was recording this. So apparently, if you crouch block, if you start off with crouch block, you actually hit on the 19th frame of visual difference. So you hit on the second active frame of the JH. So the JH is a little bit slower on hitting your opponent if they're crouching. That might also be like a character specific thing. Like maybe if you play against a character with a shorter blocking hitbox, such as Bridget, for instance, then this might it might even whiff, who knows, right? So this is interesting. So what does this tell us? Well, if you start blocking low on the fish, you can, like, what you should do is actually wait for the high and react to it. If you're going for reactions, right? If you know you can block a 19 frame overhead, then you should start low and then wait and watch for the high and then switch block. That's what it means. Otherwise, if you block the fish high, you know, then you have to suffer the consequences of an 18 frame overhead and maybe an 18 frame low. So I thought this was kind of interesting. Kind of like how you have to, like, it's like blocking Alphal's Rekka, right? Sort of the same thing. You get one extra frame if you, I believe, if you start the block low, or maybe the high, I forget. Anyway, same sort of thing. All right, so going back to this, my question is I guess I didn't really pose a question. I just played the video, but the question would have been, will it mix? And I think it does. Yes, it's fast. It passes my test anyway. When I do that kind of test and it's an 18 frame overhead versus like whatever low, as long as the low matches can match the high, and as long as everything's gapless, then yes, I think that's a pretty solid thing. And yeah, I like it. I like it a lot, and I've been using it lately, and it has helped me close out some matches. Actually, you know, it's a lot bigger payoff than the usual 2k2d, go behind, potentially put yourself in the corner. I would say this is at a slower overhead as well. You know, this, because you have to wait until you turn around before you can JK. Well, in this case, you just JH right away. Right? And then you smack him with that fly swatter. So, yeah, there's that. I think we actually went over this on the last stream, but I didn't count the frames for y'all. So there you have it. Frames have been counted. Feel free to click on my Twitter, give it a like if you want. But there's that. Now, my next question is, can you do this in other ways? Are you only limited to a 2k2d fish knockdown? And I can't believe I didn't think about this up until now, and I can't believe this is like, after all the videos I've done with Unica and Lucy and all my Dizzy videos, I cannot believe the next thing I'm going to show you. I cannot believe that I never saw this before. And if anybody knew about this and didn't tell me, or maybe I just ignored them, man, I'm not gonna get mad at you. But what the hell, man? Alright, this air dash back JH versus landing low. Where else can you do it? Alright, prepare to have your minds blown. Alright, we're gonna be doing Okizeme without fish. Mini, how's it going? What's up? So, after a throw, what do we normally do? Summon fish, strike throw. Put ourselves at unnecessary risk of getting DP'd? That is very uncharacteristic. Excuse me, that's very uncharacteristic of Mr. Nagai here, right? This Mr. Safe Jump City. We do this all the time. Throw, maybe even OTG into a guard crash situation, which isn't as good, by the way, now because they can YRC that. So maybe that's why I've been losing so much. Good old reliable isn't working as good. You could just jump. Of all my times of playing this character and other characters that could do this, why haven't I not seen this? Why has this been like not something I've noticed? This is like crazy. So you can do the same mix up literally off a throw in the corner, and you can even do it mid-screen. I'll show you everything that I've been working on right now. All right, so pay attention here. I'll show you what, like, my process. I thought this through, by the way. So there's a high, right? Okay, so I can't believe it. Okay, let's turn off One Piece side display setting. So we're just gonna do number two. So the left side is clear. Okay. So again, here we go. Number one, record and playback, because you're gonna get gaslit if you don't do this. How the opponent wakes up with block, crouch block, is different depending on the computer or player. So if it's a computer down back block on wake up, it's gonna have a different hitbox. Don't ask me why or how, it just does. So I'm gonna throw them in the corner. Let me show you. This is gonna look like it works, right? So I played against a computer, right? You saw the 3-hit combo, right? You saw that, right? I'm gonna down back block with soul now. It whiffs. Why? I can't explain it, but it's just how it is. Look at my settings. Crouch, guard after the first hit, you don't need that. And then block switching disabled. Isn't that weird? Let me record that again. So they're down back blocking, right? Just watch them. Down back block, okay? Jump forward, air dash back JH. A combo, 3-hit combo. I'm finna down back block now. Okay? Okay, it worked. It worked that time. So you can be a little bit more lenient with Soul. But there's a spot where if you air dash back JH, it looks like it hits, but it don't. Look at that. See that? That's fucked up. Why do they do that? This is why we stopped doing this, by the way. This is why some players stop doing this. It's because they'll be doing it in the lab. Oh yeah, stick setup. You know, nice 18 frame overhead, and the guy even counted it. It's good. And they do it and they whiff because they're trained to do it a little bit higher. So, gaslight gear. That's right. Gaslight gear.
Come back later, okay?
We're set up for failure. All right. So, this is why it's important to record and play back. Get used to pushing those buttons, those extra buttons on your arcade stick or your hitbox or your relieveless or your controller, whatever. It's actually super important to play back, record and play back. Okay, so what was I going on? So this is a fault. This is a fault.
Wait a moment.
You gotta do this extra low on some characters. Most characters you can get away with like a not super low air dash JH, but you know, doing a JH in the air like a whiff kind of helps time it. You still have to delay a little bit, but yeah. Okay, let me show you the cool things about this. So first thing I always check out is it a safe jump? Let's test it out. Let's do the down back test. The human down back test. It hits me. Okay. Now I'm gonna DP. What happens if I DP? Safe jump. Love it. Awesome. Is it airtight? I'm gonna block the first hit and up back the second hit. No, it's not, because if it was airtight, me up backing on defense would have kept me blocking. So, aka is it gapless? There is a gap there. Not the worst thing, right? Just means you got an accidental frame trap, but it can also be countered with some form of reversal, right? That's right, right? Wrong. It's a safe jump, or rather it's reversal safe against most reversals, against most meterless reversals on the first and second hit. Pretty cool. All right. What about the backdash test? Right? Backdash test. Oh no! You can backdash it? This is a garbage setup. Safe jumps, snooze jumps. Just backdash it, kill all safe jumpers. Unless you play against a level 2 safe jumper, which will cover their safe jumps with some sort of catch. Okay, so I'm gonna preface this. If you do this, you can get DP'd, but you can OS against people who just are chronically backdashing, right? They don't do anything but backdash on wake up. Okay. So what you do instead of block during the hit stop is just you mash a button. In this case, I'm gonna be mashing down back slash. Although there are other buttons you can mash, but I'm gonna do down back slash because I'm gonna just turn off my brain, and this is like with every intention of doing a high and a backdash catch. Okay, so here's what it looks like. So I'm mashing. You can hear my mash. You can see the inputs up there on the hit stop of JH. So what do I mean by that? So this JH here that I push, game stops for, I forget, 15 frames on the hit stop. You're just mashing on close slash or mashing on slash, down back slash. So if this JH didn't happen, via means of backdash invincibility. I whiff, I drop to the ground, and I'm mashing like 2 S's coming out. So what does it look like on block?
No, no.
What does it look like on block? It looks like as per normal, as per usual, right? Okay, so if I backdash this, you catch the backdash with the 2S, right? And of course, you're gonna hit confirm that into a McHale sword, which this is a programmed sequence, so you're gonna have to, you know, see that you see that you hit him with the close slash, and then just, or rather the 2S, and then just McHale sword. You can use other buttons too. You don't have to commit to 2S. You can mash on the 5H, because, which might be better if you are intentionally trying to catch a backdash. People can also backdash BRC, which by the way will beat this, right? So backdash BRC. Backdash BRC.
No, no.
I'm not really good at this. You know, they'll get away. They'll get safe, and I think they can backdash BRC DP or whatever, right? So you might consider using something that might catch a backdash BRC 5H. So I'm gonna air dash back, just mash at the heavy slash. Just gonna mash it until I land on the ground, and then I'm gonna proceed as per usual. Right? Here's what it looks like on block. Here's what it looks like on backdash. Take 2. Here's what it looks like on backdash. You catch it, right? If they backdash BRC, they're gonna, you know, they're in the active frames of 5H. So it's even a worse hit on the defender, right? So, you know, be cautious. Be cautious with your backdash BRC. So yeah, this catches a lot of things, but when you commit to something like this, you give up that DP invincibility. Now, there is some timing, some perfect timing where you can place your 2S
Wait. It's dangerous.
in a window where it avoids the DP but also catches you the backdash. You know, I've tried it several times. Maybe there isn't, but there's a button you can push that can do it all. But it takes some mad timing. Like, you'd have to, like, I don't think it'd be a very stable thing to do in a setup that you're already manually timing. Be a different story if everything up to that point was automatic timing. But then if you're manually timing the backdash and any other manual timing after that, it's just going to get too complicated. I don't think it's worth your time unless you want to play at the absolute top level. Now, with that said, you can do an OS that can catch just about everything that we talked about as long as you have 50% meter, and this is not that bad to do. So instead of doing mashing, instead of just doing blocking for the safe jump, you were gonna input a super, right? So same thing, air dash back JH, and then during that JH, as it hits, or around that time anyway, input your super, course go back / Imperial Ray, and land, and then just proceed as per usual. This is going to be easier than other safe jump super OSs that I've talked about with Dizzy. Like, for instance, there's this one, right? Where you do like the fuzzy, and then during the JK you do half circle back forward S. That's tough. This is for several different reasons. One, JK doesn't have that much hit stop, and two, you're asked to immediately jump right after a half circle back forward / button. So it's like, it gets complicated. And plus you are manually timing this a little bit, right? This is a little bit easier.
No, no.
I promise you this is easier. Because I just got it the first time. So I'm gonna DP here. Oh, never mind. Didn't get it there. Oh, I did. Okay, anyway. It is easier, I promise you. Oh boy.
No, no.
I was doubling down on that. Alright, there you go. That's gotta be it, right? So if they DP here... Oh, I didn't do it right at all. Okay. Hold up. Shit, I'm gaslighting you guys. I promise you it is easier. I don't practice very much. This very much. So if they DP here, take 3. There you go. See, that was a lot easier to do than the other one. The other one I would have done like 20 takes. Okay, so it hits the super, or hits a DP, backdash this, hits a backdash. And if you hit them, or if they block, you don't spend meter, you don't do the super, you just, you know, you do something safe on block. And good on hit. So there's this, yeah, 50-50, right in front of our eyes. I don't know we had it, maybe Paluna knew, maybe other Dizzy players knew, but I didn't. And I should, if the other Dizzy players knew this, I gotta, you know, get off my ass and watch other Dizzy players play, because I don't do that very often. Okay, so there's the high. What about the low? So we covered a lot of things. By the way, there's a flaw in this. 1, it costs 50% meter, and 2, backdash BRC does beat this. So be careful. Right. So be careful. That's why you want to do the other things here too. Don't always commit to this. Show them that you have the ability to catch backdash BRC with a 5H OS. And yeah. But yeah, anyway, how many times have I lost because I went for something in the corner and they just backdashed? All the time. So that's always been in the back of my mind. How do I catch the backdash along with doing these setups? So anyway, that's a high. Seems to be pretty good enough reward. A lot of times you're gonna wall stick with that S. McHale sword, and then you just do damage and get positive bonus. Or, you know, after this, you know, then you can do other things here too. You know, you kind of do lose a little bit of your pressure if you go for the high, but I think at that point you're counting on the wall stick and the wall break and doing a lot of damage from that. If, you know, if they don't get wall stuck, not the worst thing. You have good pressure still, right? You have hard knockdown pressure. You might, you know what? You might have a safe jump somewhere in there. You can probably just like dash jump, like go for a low like that, an empty low. If you're close enough, you can even like do it again, but you're not gonna be close enough, right? Yeah, you got lots of stuff you can do. Run up 5H probably, or sorry, run up 5D. You have meter. Wash down. There you go. Yeah, you can do that. I wonder if you can air dash. It's an air dash. Does it do anything? Okay, that's 2. Maybe you can do like a frame kill. 5P, it's an air dash button. Actually, that's not very good at all because it's the falling. This is not going to reach him. Anyway, I'm thinking out loud. So what do you want to do for the low? Okay, so there's a few things. So I'll show you guys my thought process and my actually I'll show you guys what my process was. So we got the high, but a 50-50 mix-up isn't complete without a good low, right? So from here, what can you do? You jump in. Okay, so let's explore options. We got 2K and 2D. Jump in 2K too fast, right? Okay, so next thing I want to do, jump in 2D. That seemed to work. Okay.
Quit it.
So there's our low.
No, no.
But that could be a low. But I mean, like, this is like an end. You don't really get a whole lot from that. So you do a low. Okay, you gotta make. If you're gonna do a 2D, then we gotta make sure it's you know, you're gonna cash out on some big damage. So what do we want to do here? I guess if you have meter, just do 2D and that, right? This is all relying on whether you have meter or not. So 2D into fish is probably like the, you know, the safest thing to do. Although actually no, it's not, because you don't know whether you're gonna hit or have them block, right? So what's the best thing? 2D into fire spear. Yo, Ryan Lee. Ryan, how's it going? What's up? How is it in Singapore? You guys get over the hot weather yet? I had some durian about a month ago. It was really good. I snuck some durian into the hotel room, and I closed myself out in the bathroom, turned on the fan, and just like ate it. So if we're gonna be doing a low, then I think fire spear would be the best thing.
No, no.
So it does okay damage, it gives you the hard knockdown, and you can actually loop your pressure.
No, no.
So you can do it again. You might want to walk a little bit forward. So again, this. And then you can do that, but again, you want to delay a little bit. Walk a little bit forward maybe, and then jump. And then you can kind of loop that pressure, basically. So it does require a little bit of manual timing, but not the worst thing. If you have meter, now we can do some damage, right? Alright, something like that. Not the best example. You can do some damage. Let's see if I can come up with anything here. No. Huh. Maybe a 2S right there? 2S would probably reach better. Huh. Hold up. I think I'm OTGing them. I'm not actually picking them up. Try again. There it is. Alright, that's pretty decent damage for a low. And again, 2D into Fire Spear. It's gonna be safe. So I'll play it on myself. Right, 2D into... I guess I didn't need to play that on myself. You guys know 2D into Fire Spear is gonna be safe on block. So there's that. The problem with 2D is that there's a lot of pushback, right? So I might just consider doing 2K into Fire Spear. On FD, that close, like, not as much pushback. They get caught with the initial part of the Fire Spear. Have fun any dizzy yet? Recently got back in this drive.
Come back later, okay?
I don't think a lot of players like to lose. So you probably won't see a lot of dizzies. They'd have to really like the character like I do. Yeah. Yeah, there's not much dizzy players, I don't think, because it's not that she's a difficult player, a difficult character to play. I mean, it's difficult to win with her consistently, but it can be quite discouraging when you play against yeah, when you play and you know, you have to like really optimize your combos and know what you're doing to not donate too many resources. You end up losing a lot because you give up too much resources, and then your opponent is a high damage character. They spend all the resources and just kill you in 2 interactions. yeah, anyway. So there's a low. I'll say right now, like, I initially like the 2D better into Fire Sphere because, you know, you can get bigger damage or what have you. But, you know, you can also get pretty good damage with the 2K. Right? Let's do this, try to do the same thing. Let's do the Paluna. Let's not do that. 2K. I mean, I guess we can do this. There are better routes than that. If you can combo with combo with a Mikhail sword, it usually does more damage than ice spike combos. Is she low tier? Yeah, I'd say she's low tier. I mean, she has risen from like the bottom tier, but I believe if players like Paluna weren't there, Paluna and Papaya, to convince people otherwise, most people would still put her on the lowest of low tiers. Yeah, she's risen from like D tier, like, to like C tier, low C tier. But yeah, so 2K though, by doing the setup, if you do 2K, you do have to delay your 2K a little bit. Okay, so my initial thoughts on what I want to do with the combo with the 2K is 2K 2D, and then you can confirm that with the fish or what have you, right? So that's usually what I do. 2K 2D, the good old combo 2K 2D. But what I found was that you can backdash this. And I've actually got killed by doing this, committing to the low, and I backdashed. So that kind of was a catalyst of me trying to figure out what to do to cover that backdash. Now, my initial thoughts, I can probably do a 2K and then just 2K 2D and then mash throw, basically, right? So it should look something like this, right? So throw, get my little frame kill. Okay, so that may have been it, but I didn't summon a fish, so I'm gonna backdash here. So I tried to throw between the 2K. So let's just mash throw after the we're just gonna mash throw after the 2D, right? But ideally you want to do like a 2K 2D. Oh my god, it doesn't work. Okay, so that was even slow. Try one more time. I need to show that this works. Okay, that was it. So you can OS a throw right after that 2D. There you go, just like that, right? So let's backdash and hold up back, and I catch the recovery of his backdash, right? So if that didn't work, if that OS didn't work, right, I would have been able to up back and avoid that grab, but it did work. There you go. I did, and okay, I'll play it again. This time I will run the just let it block. So on block, it services as a safe block string. On hit, same thing, but on backdash it'll catch the backdash. So this is kind of neat, right? But it's a little complicated. We can simplify it. So basically, I'm holding down back, right? As Dizzy, holding down back, 2K, 2D. And then I'm holding forward and I'm mashing D, right? During the 2D, so I'm locked in the 2D, and I'm mashing throw. So if the 2D didn't come out, like i.e. if they backdash, then my throw comes out. That's what's happening here. But I'm holding back and then I'm pushing forward, right after that 2D, and potentially after that, holding back, push forward, I'm going to be doing core circle back based on the core circle back, either slash or fish, based on whether I hit or if they block, right? So it's a little complicated. And honestly, that's too much information for me to want to deal with in a already stressful situation. So how do we simplify this? Well, instead of doing 2K 2D, why don't we do 2K 6P? That way, well, first of all, it's an airtight string, right? There's no gap to it. It's already good in that way. And we're holding forward on the 6P, right? So in this case, I'll be like, okay, so core circle forward, 6P, and then I'm gonna Mikhail sword. Core circle, so 2K, 6P, holding forward, I'm mashing throw, I'll double tap it, and then I'm gonna do Mikhail sword. So it should look something like this, right? So it's okay on block, it's good on hit, and it should catch a backdash. Actually, you know what, for the 2K, I'm not holding down back, I'm holding down forward, right? I don't care if they DP or not, right? If they DP, my bad. It's not supposed to catch a DP. It's supposed to just be the low to complement the high. So again, we gotta delay the 2K a little bit. Let's put it all together. Alright, so now let's see what happens. On hit, it looks like a normal block string. On block, I throw. Right? So not on block, on backdash. On backdash I throw. On block, it's a fairly safe block string. Not the best. I don't like it, but they're not going to punish you unless they IB the last hit. Alright. So there's that. It's a little bit easier to input your directions are already where you want them to be. It's not perfect. Alright. So I was thinking, what else can I do? Well, I already showed it actually at the beginning, which is 2K Fire Spear. So 2K Fire Spear, good on block, good on hit, and your fingers and your directions are already in the position of you doing a forward throw OS. So it's 2K, core circle forward K, and then like you can do it, and then basically during the Fire Spear, you just do a throw. Maybe double tap it, hold forward, you're already holding forward because you did core circle forward motion for the Fire Spear. And that should cover everything but a DP. Let's see what it looks like. And if you heard my buttons, it was just like a ... Very simple, not overly complicated. So now let's test everything out. First, on wake up, it hits. On backdash, or rather on block, you're +5. If they FD, you're still locked, you still lock them into the jailed situation. Did I show on hit? Well, let's show it again. Hard knockdown. You can even loop it. Backdash. I'm gonna hold that. I'm gonna backdash and hold up back. You catch it. So this is not too bad to do. Of all the backdash OSs that I have, this is probably one of the most interesting ones because it is very simple and it covers a lot of different options, right? I had stuff like this again. I had a lot of stuff like this for Testament. Oh wow, actually, I don't think I did 2K core circle forward heavy. That'd be a really good one. That combos is Testament now? Okay, so Testament's got some good ones too. But before that buff, you know, I had some interesting ones, but they were very complicated. I would do like 2k 6p Grave Reaper or whatever. But this is like, it's super simple. Super simple. The only thing that's a problem for this is that your 2k needs to be delayed a little bit. That's the only thing. So Ayla says, God, I'm running into the same problem that made me leave this game months ago. I keep running into Potemkins. I fought literally 10 different ones in a row. It's so annoying. I don't want to fight Potemkin anymore, but I might level everyone just plays Potemkin. It's so annoying. Trust me, even when you get to Vanquisher, like 1 in 5 games are Potemkins. It's rough. It's rough. Actually, let me show you my rating update. Yeah, it's actually like, it's pretty bad. So I recently got 1463. It looks like I farmed a little bit, but you know what? We take these. I take these. If someone's uncomfortable with the matchup and they keep getting like queued into me, like it's kind of their bad for losing against Dizzy. This many, you know, no offense to this person because, you know, they just didn't know the matchup. If they knew the matchup, I would just get destroyed. But I gladly take these, and I'll tell you why. Because sometimes ranked is just random, dude. Like, there'll be a string of bad matchups, and you just can't get out of it. And you can't choose to play any other character. So like, okay, so I don't consider Milia a bad matchup, but Milia is just plain strong in this patch, right? Same with Kai. But like, look at this. Kai, Potemkin, Milia. Okay, here's a decent matchup here. Okay, I'm okay with Zato. But I still lost against this player. Potemkin, Ramathal. Okay, yeah, whatever. Those are tough matchups. And then there's an Angie. I should lose, but I had a lot of practice. Actually, I did lose. Sin, not a good matchup. Milia again, Lucy, Unica. These are like kind of tough with Dizzy. So like, what's a good matchup actually? I can't. I'm gonna describe every matchup as a bad matchup now, aren't I? But anyway, I can't see a good matchup here. Oh, against Oscar, but this Oscar. Oh, this was a laggy Oscar. I couldn't. Yeah, this was like, I accidentally locked into like a 300 MS. But yeah, you get Happy Chaos. One of the best Happy Chaoses. Baikonur should have beat. Sorry, here's just like when my rating plummeted. You know, Potemkin, Slayer, Abba, Milia, Eno, Gold Lewis, Sin, Potemkin, Nago, Slayer, Milia. I should have won against Baiken. Slayer. Okay, finally, a Dizzy. I won. Nago, Milia, Nago, Slayer, Milia. Okay, now I win against a Soul. I don't think that we're good against Geo. I'm gonna say Geo's a bad matchup. Geo, Kai. Oh, one of the best Axles? Okay, let's just go. Potemkin, bad matchup against Dizzy. Kai, Venom. Whatever, we should win against Venom or Venom, but Protoman's really good. Nago, Gold Lewis, Happy Chaos, Gold Lewis, Kai, Johnny. You know, like, yeah. So, like, if you have a string of bad matchups, take your good matchups. I'm okay with this. You know, because a lot of times ranked is just luck, right? And it is what it is. Alex says, yeah, but I don't want to fight the same character. I've won a decent amount against Pot, and it's not fun. Whenever I fight anyone else, I have fun. But just, yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I wonder if there's, like, it'd be nice if you can kind of choose the frequency of your opponents, but the matchmaking isn't perfect. A lot of Milias have been popping up more and more. Yeah. I lose to Milias now, like, and they just do Milia stuff. I just can't catch them sometimes. They get in from a lucky, like, aerial mobility option, and because usually your fire spear will catch him, or the pea fish, but then they'll just do some sequence that tricks the AI, and then they're in. And then it's worth them gambling on that, because once they're in, it's not a whole lot you can do. The guy reacts live to 2xKO cinematic. I could do that, but I don't think my reactions to 2xKO will be very interesting. Like I can't do a pog face very well, like on a game franchise that doesn't really speak out to me a whole lot. Like, okay, so if it's Dota 2, I would like be popping off when I see Invoker or like Kunkka, but like I don't know Teemo. I just know everyone hates Teemo, and I'll just be like, oh yeah, look at that guy, you know. It would be a lot of Twitch acting, but not very genuine, you know what I mean? Ah, cool, yeah. Yo, pretend Teemo is techies. That I'd hate Teemo even more. I mean, techies is already annoying as it is, but Teemo, he already has a dumb name. I already see the name Teemo on my Facebook ads. Timu. Anyway, so we got a high and we got a low, and we can do it from a throw. So again, I'll show you the high. Teemo's literally leagues techies. Damn. No wonder everyone doesn't like him. So we have a low. So we have a high and a low. And we've shown several different ways to cover problematic situations. Problematic defensive situations. So I'm gonna come back to this high and just reiterate that you should always record and play back on these sort of, on like anything actually, just to test things out, because you never know. Because, and I'll mention it again, the CPU AI blocks differently on wake up. Even if you tell them to crouch block, it's good. Sometimes it has a different hurt box for some reason. Let me show you again. So I'm gonna do something here that looks like it's gonna be high, right? Nice 3-hit combo. It's a high, right? I'm gonna down back block with soul, and it hits. Okay, so that's good, right? I'm gaslighting myself. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. That whiffed a little bit too high. A little bit too high. Let's bring it a little lower. A little bit too high. Okay, that looked like a hit, right? You saw the 3-hit combo. Gonna down back block. It whipped. Again, I can't explain to you why. I think the computer just has a standing hurt box before it crouches block, before it does a crouch block on wake up specifically. So again, stance, crouch, all guard disabled, right? So just be careful on how you're labbing, right? I always say always record and play back to make sure your things are correct. Gaslight gear, as they say. So again, you do have to do a pretty low air dash back. So the way to fix that is just get good, you know? Always practice a low air dash. So if you're just good, you don't have to worry about that. It gets a little complicated, a little bit more difficult if you play online. If you're a chronic online 4-frame rollbacker, right? Nothing you can do about it. Sometimes it's super hard to like time things perfectly in that case. Unless you play plus R. Plus R rollback is like, for some reason, like way better than Strive rollback. Alright, so there's another thing I should mention, is that not all characters are built the same, and not all characters have the same hurt box on block and on hit. So there are 2 characters that you cannot do this on, and it's going to be Faust and Jacko. So I'll show you. I brought these 2 characters, and I actually tested this on every single character, and this straight up does not work against Faust. So if you're having trouble against Faust as it is, add this problem to the list of things that you're already having problems with. But no matter what I do, I can't reach Faust. Even at the lowest of air dashes for this JH. I'm trying to do it super low. So it looks like a hit, right? It looked like a hit. But I'm gonna down back block with Faust. Whiffs. So I'm gonna just crouch. If I crouch, I get hit. If I down back block, he's out. So shit. I never thought about this, but what if he's 6P? Okay, 6P is an option there too, actually, but 6P also opens you up for the low. So 6Ping stuff like this isn't always the best thing. You're essentially gambling. And if they do this, you're not gonna like straight up beat the setup. It's just gonna like get them to block. So Faust doesn't work. Oh, is JD on the table? In what regards? Like air dash back JD? Jacko's gonna mess up her box too. Mess up blocking hitbox. Sorry, mess up blocking hurt box. So she can down back block this, and you're not gonna hit her. I'll do a super low one on the AI. And it's probably gonna show you that it works, but or maybe it doesn't. So Jacko doesn't. Jacko is wholesome. Jacko is actually justice, you know? About truth and justice. She doesn't gaslight you. If you whiff the AI, if you whiff the CPU, then you whiff the player. JD as soon as possible? You mean like JD on the way up? Something like that. I mean, you do get your overhead, you know. You do tap him on the head. But if I up back this, is it airtight? Yeah, it catches him. It's not fast enough, right? Sure, you entered pressure with the high, but there's no complementary low. So let me show you what I mean by that. So you can do like a landing 2D or whatever. You kind of like represent your low. And to represent your high, it'd be like the air dash JPP. But between the, like, there's two, one's a lot slower than the other, like the air dash into JPP. At that height is probably not gonna mix up a whole lot of people. It will probably like,
Wait a moment.
I don't know, like it's probably too slow. Yeah, you're not coming at them at like an angle where you might trick them from blocking. You know, where you might just open them up with just at blocking. So like for instance, like this, jumping in and air dashing forward, not the best, but it still kind of mixes people up in a way that they're expecting you to land and do a 2K. At this kind of approach, you're already like, okay, so what can you do from here? They're probably expecting the air dash, and it's a pretty slow kind of start up on the air dash to the JP. There's like a lot of frames, you know, you see like the summon signal behind her as she's like jumping off. It's like Devil May Cry air hike. She's air hiking towards you, right? You can see that. It's a very easy thing to see. Not all players will see that, but I think when you compare that with this, landing and doing a 2D, like you can see that too. You should be able to see that and react with that, right? 2D by itself is what, like 12 frames, and then landing from here to the ground is probably like another 10 frames maybe. So maybe like 7 to 10 frames. It probably be too slow. You can try it out though. I mean, I've used slower mix-ups that work. So but the fact that after a throw they can up back this, right? There's a lot of time for them to just even 6p straight up. But I mean, let's double check that. Let's hop back. Yeah, so if they can up back that and be in the air, that means they can like just anti-air you straight up. And then they get a counter hit. It might be the beginning of the end, you know what I mean? Might be worth trying. Try it out. I can't get behind it completely, but I would like to be proven wrong, you know? I'm always happy to admit I'm wrong when it's for the you know, the good of the character. I love being pleasantly I love being wrong when me being wrong is a good answer and I'm like, shit, I should be doing that. Yo, Wolf, how's it going? What's up? I finally got the combos to work in Fatal Fury. I read FF as Final Fantasy. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, I'll play around with the PRC. Try it out. I like this because it's free and it's a 50-50. See, the thing about air dash back button into air dash forward button, air dash forward button has a lot of lag and has a big tell, which is the big Devil May Cry air hike summon sigil behind you. Air dash back, you can like push a button right away. Air dash forward, you can't push button right away, and there's like quite a bit of stall on the air dash. This is a old Guilty Gear instant air dash back. All right. So it doesn't work on Faust, it doesn't work on Jacko, and I got my other characters here too. It works on every other character, but there's a handful of characters that you need to be really low with your air dash to work, which is Bridget, Happy Chaos, and Unica. So Bridget, Happy Chaos, and Unica, you need an extra low air dash back. So yeah, be careful. And this, for some reason, okay, actually I'll show you this first, and I'll explain what I was gonna say later. So that looked like it worked, but oh, it did. Okay, so you just need a really low air dash back. I'm gonna down back block this now. There we go. But then I'll DP and see if it works. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, you blocked that. Okay, so there's that. So against Soul, you could have done a little bit higher air dash, maybe right there. That would have worked, but not against Bridget. So that looked like it worked. I'm gonna down back block this. It didn't. So, and so basically, I've already done the work for you guys. The characters that it works on, or rather, the characters that you need to kind of get an extra low air dash: Bridget, Happy Chaos, and Unica. You don't have to. And I did the painful work of loading up every single character to prove that, to see if that was true. And yeah, you know what would fix this though? If they just lowered the hitbox of the JH just a little bit. Honestly, just to like 5 pixels or something like that. Just lower the hitbox a little bit, and then you have standardization of this particular button. I really hope they do that because they've done some weird things with other characters to standardize them, like Kai's DP. Kai's DP used to have a little quirk of it having a high hitbox, but not a low hitbox, right? Like, so you can be Testament and just do a meaty 2k and his DP would whiff, basically, and you can punish him for it. So, like, for a character who's an all-rounder like Kai, it sort of makes sense to have faults, because he could do basically everything, right? And now, with them fixing that, it has like a everything hitbox now. You can't low profile it. I don't know, he's just strong overall. A cat. But yeah, anyway. I hope they standardize this character a little bit too. You should start your viewer matches. I mean, I would, but no one's queuing up. If you guys, that's why I kept on talking. I'd love to play if you guys want. Oh, yeah, I was gonna do viewer matches at 11:30, but I didn't do anything yet because no one's expressed interest. But if you want to play, we can start that now. All right, I'm gonna take a break. Let your cat play with you. They clearly want your attention. All right, so viewer matches. The queue has been open all day, and I've just been talking because I thought I got the vibe that nobody wanted to play, but then it could also be because I didn't vocally mention it and people are just listening to me. So sorry if I gave off the wrong impression. Viewer matches are open. You guys want to play, so I'm gonna hit BRB. Now that I said it, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we get back, we'll do some viewer matches. Sorry for maybe misleading you guys. I was planning to do it at 11:30, but the vibe was nobody wanted to play. And that could be the case. I really hope not. All right, BRB, queue up, please. And if not, then I'm just gonna go to bed. All right. Yeah, let's hit I'm gonna hit this button and I'm gonna hit the 3-minute ad break. All right, here we go. Alright, we are back. Don't mind your hearing me. I appreciate if you don't say stuff like it. You should start viewing matches because then it makes me feel like you guys didn't want to hear me talk. But we'll just like I honestly thought maybe it was too late and people didn't want to play. But it's yeah, anyway, let's just go ahead and play. Your matches are open, everybody, so if you want to join, !join. Alright, let's go. So let's do West Coast 42. Actually, I'll redo this this pin message. So West Coast 42. Alright, let's see. Lobby. Excuse me. What? Oh yeah, we're good. To be fair, I was quite surprised no one queued. I didn't advertise it good enough, probably. Or it's too late. Everyone's playing 2xKO. No, I promise you, if like I was very conscious about it. I was very conscious about it. Almost maybe self-conscious about it. But like yeah, I'm like, no one's queued up, then I'll just keep talking. That's okay. I know yeah. I know I may not be the most interesting guilty or content person out there. I'm painfully aware of that. So most people don't really want to, and it's also I'm also painfully aware of how late it is. Yeah, I ain't no Hotashi. People are will jump on the opportunity to play him. I'm just your friendly neighborhood Dizzy. All right, let's do it first to 3. Oh, excuse me. I guess we should do the next. Do it again. All right, so queue is open. Otherwise, it's just gonna be a few games here and there. By the way, I am not dying to play a whole lot tonight. I should probably sleep early. Yeah, if I knew if there was a queue, then I would have stopped talking a long time ago. There's a lot more. There's more things I want to talk about, by the way. That text. I'm just realizing it right now. Right up. Nice. Oh boy. Not mean to do that. I think it's pretty obvious I wanted the super there. Like, it didn't come out. Another thing. on a fire ice field. Okay.
Don't you have other stuff to take care of?
Alright. I'm probably gonna be a little quiet now. Just gonna focus on the game.
No, no.
Well, Octopus, how's it going? Thank you for queuing up. What? Press up. Okay. Dash block. Oopsies. Hello? I have no idea what I was going for there. Nice catch. Ah! Oh, it's gonna kill. Walk to us. Stream's been okay. Pretty good. We went over some stuff in the beginning. Now we're just gonna play a little bit against viewers. Oh my gosh. What? How am I in danger? I wonder if I'm pretty sure I was positive at that point, but how positive I'm not too sure. Jesus Christ, that's heartbreaking.
Quit wandering around and go home already.
So still scary? Yeah, he's pretty scary. There we go. Oopsies. Hey, Naxi, how's it going? I'm doing pretty good.
Not enough.
How you doing? Hope you're doing well. There we go. So, haven't moved. Yeah, I didn't actually stream this weekend. I took a little bit of a break. Alright. Alright, Jeremy, GG's.
Don't give me that look.
Always a pleasure. And I can't stay for this one. Oh no, that's alright. Yo, Mina, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, no worries there, Naxi. I appreciate you checking in. I'm trying to figure out how to deal with the dash block start. We'll play more. If I'm being completely honest, I kind of like we'll play more. Carry me, yeah, I'll play more active against you next time. My heart wasn't really into that one, I'll be honest with you.
Are you ready?
Yeah, no, it's that. Is this you, by the way, War Octopus? Yeah, I'll play more. Like, I'll give it a better shot. I don't know why, but I just was not into like playing at my fullest there. I'm not too sure why. I'll give you a better match next time for sure. Okay, I was probably a little distracted, not gonna lie. Alright. Here we go. It is? Okay. Yo, Crystal Blue Neos, how's it going? What the? How do you beat Dizzy as May? Good question. I'll read that in just a moment here. Lady Scrub, how's it going? What's up? How's the training? Training's pretty good. Even pro matches May struggles. How does May do against Dizzy? I feel like Dizzy has a hard time against May. But that could just be me. Yeah, I'm just gonna super. You know, that worked out. Super again. Let's go. How to beat Dizzy as May. How to beat do 2 core circle forward. Okay, not me. I will read that and give him a better thought. I wasn't thinking like it. Let me finish this match. We'll think more about it. But yeah, Lady Screw, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Ice Floor really messes me up. I don't think I get a whole lot of it here. We're just gonna go on 5H. Oh shit! Why mess up my dash? Where's that? Oh, let's go. I'm good. Taking a week off, grinding Zelda from silver. Also learning Chip as a second, but I burned out too quickly. Chip is between Zato and Chip. One character is like just balls to the walls, insane. You know, super fast, and the other one's like kind of methodical and, no. Oh, I messed up. This is confirmed. Yeah. Grab that.
Quit it. No. Don't. Don't stop. Come forward.
Oh my gosh.
No, no.
Yeah, I'm not doing my correct combo routing. I'm doing too many pickups into Ice Spike in the corner. I should just cancel it into the kill sword. Nice. If you can, good to set up the pea fish. Okay, let's try this out. Oh boy.
This rate.
Yeah, Fire Spike does go backwards. The tracks.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
No, you don't. Here I come.
Oh,
Got you.
I'm okay, right? Oh no. Okay, let's spear CN.
Yeah. Maybe hope.
Grab again.
Quit it.
Oh, BRC backdash.
Please, get this. No.
Oh,
No, you don't.
oh shit. I got so lucky there. Ah, alright. Best way to beat May as Dizzy is always have fish out or zone with ice floor when she dash blocks. Okay, I gotta keep that in mind. I always just get blown up by May. I wasn't expecting that to hit.
Quit it. Please, come forward. This is goodbye.
Oh. That's very silly of me to do that.
Slap. Duel 2.
Sit back, wait for the air movement, and then throw a JH or 2H. I did a plus R thing. Oh yeah, that's good. Getting the burst off Amelia.
Duel 3.
Not bad. I'm gonna 2S round start. Go in. Oh. This input. Oh, I should have done far slash. Oh, I think, no, we're good. Oh, I thought a little bit too hard on the choice of anti-air. I was like, okay, pretty good time to do a 2H when I should have done a 6P. Okay. Oh my gosh, my cat. That's a noisy boy. Shoot, that would have been it. Alright. Crystal Blue Neo says, don't try footsies, mate. Never ends well for Dizzy. I guess you know that heavy dolphins plus on block.
I'm starting to understand.
Feels like her S dolphins plus on block sometimes. I need to look up the matchup more. GG's. Sorry, give me a sec. Oh, that was War Octopus. GG's War Octopus. They play Yo, I'm scared of Milia. I'm scared of Milia. Alright, we got nobody in queue. I might go to sleep if no one plays. But, okay, so, go back to your question. This is a perfect opportunity to answer the question. What do you do against Dizzy? Well, I guess her dolphin is unimpeded by like the ice field, isn't it? Isn't that like a solid way to just try to get her? She can do the fire spear, I suppose, but I feel like a Mei approaching Dizzy from the air is hard to anti-air. Yo, Prawn, let's go. I'm not even a good Mei player, but might as well give tips since you know, because I can. Yeah, I'm just horrible against Mei. If you know she's going to up dolphin, just move forward a little and it whiffs. No way. Mei approaching in the air is a bad due to fire thing. Yeah, any info is good. I agree. Okay, so maybe I'm just playing too scared against Mei. Just zone her. It's just that easy, eh? Alright, Braun, you're up next. I don't know. All the Meis I play just maul me. They just, at any opportunity, they just come up, queue up, and destroy me. I'm loading. What do you do against me in the corner? Like, when she has me in the corner, I feel like I'm just locked in there. I don't know when I can breathe. But neutral... Yeah, I don't know. It's usually like, okay, so I set up neutral. They play Mr. Otter dude. Oops. And then it like hits me while I'm trying to summon stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, guess that's the answer. Alright. Mei isn't respectful. Oh, so you gotta shove them back a little bit. I think I just need to play against more Meis. It's like every time I play against a Mei, there's too many games in between Mei games for me to remember what worked and what didn't work. It's just the negative stands out to me, which is I get mauled. If they do course forward P during block strings is grabbed. Which one's, or what's 6? Oh, okay,
You'll be playing my foil, right?
What? Is that like the The dolphin hop. Ooh. Yeah, I need to build my training partner roster, the Avengers. My Avengers. Uh-oh. Oh, nice. I'm starting to use S Icicle a little bit better, or a little bit more. Oh yeah, let's go. Up and kill, right? There we go. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is Phoenix Wright music. I believe it is. Well, not this one. I had some Phoenix Wright music. The other one, I think I had it before. Yeah, well no, this one is, you can actually see it down there. This is Front Mission. But Phoenix Wright music is kind of mixed in this. We got Catherine music, Final Fantasy 15 music, for example. I do know Vanquisher May player, my coach. I can ask if he wants to run one since, yeah, eventually, I guess. Nice backdash. It is time. Is my Kawari? How's it going? With May, it's not about being scared due to her pressure feeling suffocating. Alright, here we go. Try to catch a backdash. Woo! Intense finale. Isma Kiwari asks, thoughts: the closer Necro is to big ice bubble, the more damage it does for the overdrive. The closer Necro is to the big ice bubble, the more damage Yo, just give him more damage overall. Let's go.
Duel 1. Let's rock. Stay sharp. Now go. Focus up.
Messed up.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
All right, let's go.
Good stuff.
Ooh, I burst this.
Here's a trick.
Oh, nice. Oh no. Okay, I deserve this. Yeah. That is a player versus player thing. We play a lot. Although that was a wild guess on my part. That was kind of a stupid guess on my part.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Don't.
Oh shoot! Oh! No! Why would I do that? That was clearly... Oh no! Yo, AK, how's it going? Hit Slasher for the first time for Dizzy today? Hell yeah, let's go. Streams have been super helpful. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. Oh. Thanks for saying that. Makes me happy that you've found it extra helpful. That was a very, very lucky. Oh my god! It was a very lucky backdash.
All yours.
Oh my goodness, no! Okay. It's 2-2.
Mankind new. Duel 1. Let's rock. Focus up.
No hesitation. On my feet. Watch your step. Get them.
Focus up.
Close one. One more. This is my friend. One more. Get them.
Yes! Oh. Good burst. Nice to us.
Take a breather. Take a breather.
Alright. Gosh, I could never be this good at PRC. Says Mirror. Oh, Yumi, how's it going? Thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Oh, that's something.
Continue.
Yeah. Woo! Woo! Yeah, let's go. All right. What's the round to start? I'm at 6 feet.
No, no.
Apologies. Stay sharp. Take a breather. Shit.
Yes.
Win.
Oh, what my? Boy. We're gonna ice spike. Back off. Yes. All right, let's go. All right, GG's Braun. Always close and always a pleasure. Oopsies. All right, GG's. I should go to bed. Like, I'm so bad about sleeping early, but I am down for one last request. That match energized me. Currently, you know, no one's in queue. The floor is open, but if you guys respect my sleep, then you would not join up. Although, if you respect my fun, you would join up. My fate is in your hands. Alright, we'll do one last one. Alright, Braun. Kirimi says I respect her sleep. Yeah, you know what? I don't want to put the pressure on you guys. We'll do one last one. I am set for doing one last one. All right. Guess we gotta do. All right, let's disable the queue.
Are you ready?
I owe this to Braun. Ruru says I'm going to bed too. Even if I wanted to, I'm no match for you. I mean, I guess unless you play Dizzy, I think anyone has a match against Dizzy. has a chance against this character.
I knew that they cannot change society. Duel one.
All right.
Let's rock.
Woo! Oh. I was gonna keep I get flamed. Alright. I should probably sleep after this actually. Jeez, let's go. Oh, the setup. Oh, what that? Maybe next time? Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Duel two. Let's rock.
No, no.
Oh, we don't like this. Got enough meter. Yeah! Stupid fish. There you go.
Duel three.
Then a 6 speed. Oh shit. Oh boy, I'm dead. No. Still got a chance. Never give up. Oh shit.
Mankind news. Duel 1.
Micro dash forward. Shit. The whole point of micro dash forward is to bait the dance, but I wasn't thinking. Nice. Alright, Moo. Yeah, you have a good night.
Duel 2. Let's rock. Now go. Stay sharp.
Oh, oh no. Cheating.
Take a breather. Now go. No, you don't. I saw that. Oh.
Yes. I don't think that's. I don't actually think that's cheating, but I thought it was funny for me to say that.
Clumsy of me.
Seriously, backdash. That is a. You're cheating. You can't do that.
Try this.
Yeah. Full combo. I don't think that's close enough for a close edge combo. That's my copium anyway. Alright, we're in a good spot. Ron does have meter, but I have the field. The field of dreams. You build it. Get. I was gonna say, if you build it, they will come. Field of dreams. Woo!
Mankind need. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Win.
You're seeing? Oh, I don't. That's not my meter. Wait a second. Now we can be your CN. Shit. No! Alright, I was waiting for the umbrella. Now we can be your CN again. There we go. Get out of here. That's what I get for retreating. Oh, I'm dead. Oh boy. I was 2 frames off. That 2-frame rollback? It's just 2 frames off.
Duel 1.
Alright.
Let's rock. Try this.
Fusion!
All yours.
Oh, I guess. Ouch. Okay. Alright. It's gonna super. Oh! Oh. Okay. Okay. That worked out.
No, no. No. It is time.
I was doing I think I saw Paluna did on Twitter.
Stay focused.
Oh boy. Shit. You would? You would! And I got so lucky because you've always been catching me with the 2S right there. Oh boy. Oh, I'm dead. Nice, that is a player thing. Yeah. I would like look to see if you do the J, what was it, the JS to whiff? And I would backdash to like avoid a grab. But then Braun did the layer 2 thing. Again, player versus player. Caught me. Caught me on the backdash. Caught this idiot with the backdash because I shouldn't do that all the time, but I did it. Alright, Braun, GG's. Always a pleasure. We are 1-1. It is time for bed, you're right. It's time for bed. Are you streaming right now? I will raid you. Excuse me. Man, people are playing this one game called Sonic Racing. I was gonna buy it, but then it was like 70 bucks. So I don't think I will. I wouldn't be challenging you if I... That's true. I don't know. Sometimes, Braun, like, you surprise me with your multitasking ability. I wouldn't be surprised if you're streaming. I don't know how you do it, but like sometimes you will be doing other things like streaming, and then you challenge me or challenge somebody, and you're just able to be in 2 places at one time. Because I don't know, like I'm really bad at multitasking. Like I'd give everybody else the benefit of the doubt if they can do that. Like me, I don't know what your setup is like, but in my mind you have like multiple screens. You're doing your thing, you know, you're doing you're playing your games, doing some writing, doing some poetry, whatever, interacting with the chat, and then you have like another screen where you're like, you know, able to like look at other things at the same time. For some reason, that's what I have in my mind. Like you're like watching some anime or someone else's stream while doing your own stream. At least you give off, to me anyway, you give off that impression that you're able to like, or multitask like that. So I guess I won't raid you then if you're not streaming. Who else is live right now? You know, I see someone like streaming Code Veronica. I think at some point I'd like to stream Resident Evil 2. Like for a Halloween type of thing. That'd be fun. Do a little bit of non-guilty gear. Watching a stream playing GG and writing. Yeah, and like also watching some Netflix show at the same time. All right, everyone's doing their own thing. Let's see. Oh, excuse me. Watch the RE movies? That's right, at the same time. You can watch me play RE. It's gonna be like a movie. I used to play, like, actually, outside of Guilty Gear, like my normal games that I enjoy. Resident Evil, Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy, and random roguelike games. So those are the games that I play off stream. I do want to, so I want to play Resident Evil 2 because that's a game that I hold dear to my heart, right? I like to play that game on stream, and I think it's a fun game to watch if you haven't seen it before. It's got some cool jump scares. I really want to play Returnal on stream at some point. Like, there's a new game called Sorrows, I believe, coming out, which is like the Returnal, the new, like it's like a Returnal sequel. I forgot how much fun I had with Returnal. That if I feel like if I just jumped into Sorrows when it comes out, I wouldn't appreciate it. Because I remember finishing Returnal and having it feel like one of the best games, maybe not one of the best games ever made, but like one of the most fun video game experiences I had in a long time. So I would like to re-experience that, maybe show you guys why I think it's so cool, and then we can play some Sorrows when it comes out. Should marathon all the Resident Evils? I don't think I can do that. Resident Evil games stress me out. And the reason why I play, and I want to play Resident Evil 2, is because I played it enough that it won't stress me out. With that said, I haven't ever finished Resident Evil 3 in my entire life. Like, I played the remake of 3, I finished that, but the OG Resident Evil 3 I've never finished. Maybe I'll do it. Morse Riddle did it? But did he play the OG ones though? Like, was it Resident Evil 1 remake? Resident Evil 2 remake? Or is it like the OGs? Mostly only played the, oh yeah, he didn't, that doesn't count. You know? Tank controls of the old Resident Evil, like that in itself is an experience. It's an experience that, I don't know, it's so, like, the game's controls are part of why it's a scary game, you know, in my opinion. I don't really like the new Resident Evils as much as I did the old ones in terms of overall gameplay experience, because just the limitations of the tank controls kind of makes you feel like it's real life. I don't know what it is. Maybe not real life, but it adds a layer of like fear, horror, I guess. You know, like if you guys ever have those dreams where you're so scared that you can't move, like you have paralysis in your dreams, that's like what it feels like to play Resident Evil with tank controls. I meant to say I only played the remakes. Yeah, especially the first one. Exactly. An ORC? What's that? Orc? Anyway, it'd be cool to play it. I think we can buy it actually. I was looking into it. GOG? So I don't know how legit this website is, but apparently you can buy like how do you say? you can buy the PC version that's compatible with new Windows. And you know, we can play my favorite Resident Evil character, Claire Redfield. This could be like a fun Halloween thing that I can do. A nice Halloween thing. I did really like the remake, and I think the remake is like a fantastic game, but it doesn't capture the unnerving terror that this game does. So yeah, I can buy this. 6 hours to main, like we can do that. Fully compatible with Windows 11 and 12, Windows 10 and 11. Yeah, if you're a clan of Claire, you gotta play her other games. Code Veronica and Revelations 2. I have played Code Veronica, and in fact I enjoy it. I really like that game. Revelations 2 though, I think I tried to play it, but it was that game that came out in pieces, right? Yeah, it didn't like come out all at once, so I was just, I don't know, I just didn't play it because of that. Oh, but contrary to a lot of other people's feelings and opinions, I actually quite like Code Veronica. At the time, I was too young to understand what's a good and bad game, and to me, it felt like a good game. Yeah, anyway, maybe we'll do this at some point. Yeah, let's go ahead and raid somebody. Who's streaming right now? Don't really want to raid. You know, let's keep it within Guilty Gear. Alright. Raid somebody new? Question mark? Yo, Maximilian? Or Wade-chan? Wade-chan? Sure. Why don't we raid Wade-chan? I think we raided Roy before. I'm gonna go with my first gut. Wade's. Alright, Kieran. Thanks for the suggestion though. Yeah, let's do it with my first gut. I wanted to raid Roy, but let's send somebody who is a lower viewer count up. Alright, Wade-chan. Help out some people. Oh, Wada. Sorry, Wada-chan. Or was that Wade? Or was that Wade? No. Wada. Wada-chan. I need to practice my katakana. Alright. Rating them right now. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the games, GG's, and yeah, thanks for hanging out. I will, yeah, I think I'm gonna quickly do a thumbnail and then timestamp this video to show you where you can click on the specific timestamps for the tech, I suppose, and I'll just go to bed from there. Alright, thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. If you're not already following, a follow is much appreciated. I do have a YouTube and a Twitter and a Discord as well, so you can follow what I'm doing there. With that said, I'll see you all next time. Take care, everybody.